look like a fucking skank, and I had to go steal something. And someone,
please tell me
someone else had to eat carrots and celery out of my other friend's ass.
What? Please tell me you returned at least the
Celery!
I returned
What?
it.
You returned it.
I returned
okay,
it.
that's fine. Okay.
I brought it back to show
It's still
them.
not fine breaking and entering.
It's not fun. No, no.
I brought it back to show them, and then I made my friend eat like a fucking candle to pay him back for that.
Oh my god.
A whole candle.
Corey, fuck's sake, Corey, you're still.
No,
old
I'm
enough.
saying, if you ever played Truth or Dare or done something that was actually like, you didn't just do like Truth or Dare, I dare you to pick your nose and eat it. You actually do something like intense, like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I would never do that. I would be too scared.
No, I didn't.
Corey, you live in fucking Missouri. They could have easily blown
I
your
know,
head off.
dude.
You're so
What if they were
stupid.
water people? They would kill you.
They were water people.
Oh,
You
or maybe they just wouldn't notice.
They were outside, entranced by the fire, and I fucking snuck in when they weren't looking.
God!
That is actually terrifying. I would never do that.
Dude, this is like The Walking Dead.
That's fucking
wrong with
scary.
Missouri?
You walked into a fucking water
Ferguson shit makes sense now.
Been wearing. He could have been. You fucking idiot! It's like Breaking Bad. And he walks in with the fucking guy with the shotgun. That's fucking scary, Corey. I would never do that.
Corey.
You fucking giant balls,
Corey.
or you dumb.
Dude, they didn't know, and when I left, they were still staring at the fucking fire.
I'm trying to like justify it. I'm trying to. It's like you could do that in Ireland, if like, but you'd still be a fucking idiot. But this is Missouri, Corey. This is like the place where people are known for fucking being dumbasses and blowing each other off.
Well, I know that
with
now.
guns.
Listen, I wasn't aware at the time. Water people wasn't a fucking colloquial experience. But
You told me that was around for...
they were there, but it's
They weren't called water people. They were just like fucking heroin addicts or something. Like what they actually probably are.
This was the studying phase when you were studying them from afar with your camera,
my friend.
making your discoveries.
My friend's dad actually had a meth lab upstairs
Oh fucking
in his
hell!
room. I'm not even joking. They actually got arrested.
This is
and he had
like
to live with
Breaking
his
Bad,
grandma.
Walking Dead, fucking
But
Stephen King.
the people next door actually broke into Josh's house while he was gone, because that's his name. They broke into his house and they stole his shit. People were always robbing him. There was water people around, but they were like their brains were still functioning enough to know that they don't need to get bargains yet. It wasn't until they're like cognitive
How do you do this, Corey?
not
How do you
trying to
perceive
say-
reality? How do you do this?
I'm fucking being serious.
I don't get it. I don't understand how there could be water people and no one knows about them
Oh,
except
God.
for you.
They're like locked away. The government won't talk about it. It's like a spoken.
Corey, you have to
tone.
stop talking to your mom. I think once every 2 years is too much.
Listen, Niall, if you open your heart to the water people, you will fucking see them.
No, they'll fucking eat it.
No, they're not zombies. They're just
I want to know
brain
more.
dead.
I want to know more about them. What do they eat?
Food.
Brains.
Oh, really?
They eat like bargain food.
Drugs.
Like bomb dollar food?
Yeah.
Okay.
They eat no brand food and they don't have windows
What are their-
or doors.
is that why it was so easy to sneak in?
Yeah.
So their houses are just boxes?
and animals come
Wait,
in and out.
I get it now. They're not fucking. You just walked into like.
A crack house.
Yeah,
Corey,
you
Corey.
walked into a crack house, Corey.
No. It's variant.
Aw.
It's variant. They're just people. It's lower than Hicks. It's people who don't beat their wives and drink beer. It's people who can't even use their brain to realize
Was
that.
it a homeless shelter?
It's like it's a fucking vegetable that can still move and walk.
Kind of.
God.
Do they have gills?
No,
Okay.
they don't swim.
Do you think they're evolving or something?
Can they swim?
Well, there's more of them. There's definitely more water bear. I went to Walmart, and another thing too is there's only Walmart, and there's people that are pushing carts into walls and shit. And I fucking went into Walmart.
Like platform 9 3/4? Like what the fuck?
I went into Walmart and in the self-checkout, and this like stupid bitch kept going back and forth, and it was clearly like not working, and it said an assistant, and she just kept fucking going. So I just wanted to buy a fucking a container of Mentos, and so I fucking turned around and left, and I went back after buying it, and the bitch was still doing it. I'm telling you, these people are worse than stupid.
Corey, but
I
because
can't-
like this seems like people need to know more because
They're water people.
okay, obviously.
It's nonsense, Chris.
Like,
The term water people is the
tell me this: what is the percentage of water people compared to the normal
Amongst
people?
the regular population.
it's like 20 to 80. 80%.
20 to 80?
What the
80% being water people. There's like a small margin of people who are still fit and look good. Those are normal people.
You saying that they're the vast majority?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And they all have
make
faces that are eaten in?
They go into places, they have no sense of like fucking like they don't understand perception. They don't understand
So
like
you're the minority?
yeah, I walked in, I felt so out of place.
Oh, that's weird.
And it's like our family, since our family is all paranoid, we don't drink the water, we don't do any of this stuff.
So they're just stupid morons, pretty much.
We're like the people who are wearing the fucking like silver domes and stuff and hiding from the aliens, and they're the aliens.
Are they harmless?
I don't know.
You need to do more research.
They one time I went in the back and they had like gutted an animal. I think like a
What?
possum on their table.
Is it like a ritual?
Not on table, on their you remember that couch, that bloody couch?
Yeah.
There was a possum that was gutted on it once.
Oh my god.
By
Corey.
water people.
Probably.
Wait, so you mean you just looked over the fence, you saw like a possum with his legs spread and his guts hanging out, kind of?
No, I was curious to see what my old like clubhouse looked like in the woods, and there was just like
Well, if it's in the woods, like a fox may
it
have
was
gotten...
water people signs.
I would never
fucking
walk
everywhere.
into those woods. What are you talking about? How do you have these fucking? Do you have a lack of fear?
That is my woods.
It's your woods.
That's
And
our
peop-
woods.
And then water people wander
There's
in there
people-
and fucking gut possums.
Water people are
Leave.
gutting possums and fucking in my woods.
What the hell? Why would you not be afraid to go in there?
Because I fucking hold a kettle to their face, that bitch just run for the woods.
And they're like,
They fucking fly into the sky and disappear.
Wait.
They fucking seep into the ground like the watery
slither
amigos
back
they
into
are.
their swamp.
They carry fucking ladles around with dirty fucking doors.
They're like, watch your face.
They're looking for bargains in all the wrong places.
Why do you think they look for bargains?
Because they're fucking crazy homeless old people that are amoebas that can't talk and their brains don't work, so they think they can get a bargain on a fucking broken radio. They're crazy. They're kooky.
Corey, I think the water's affecting you.
They're kooky crazy.
I'll believe you when you come back sometime and your like skin's gray and your hair's
Listen.
falling out.
If my
Corey-
phone wasn't from a fucking hunk of shit from the 80s, I could have took pictures on pictures of all these different water people bumping into walls.
Corey, I will promise you that, right? I will give you a camera to bring with you next time.
I would do
You
it.
have to take as many
I
pictures.
would take pictures of so many water people.
Okay.
You would say, I'd go up to her and be like, excuse me, man. She'd be like, I want to know, And I'd record her under her fucking chin so you could see the gray seep out of her mouth.
God. And can you get a close up of the brown ears that they have as well?
The brown ears?
Yeah, you said they had brown
You
ears.
said they have brown ears, you fucking liar now. You said that.
No, you
Cor-
said that.
Dude, we haven't recorded.
No.
Corey said they had brown ears. You said what color are their
Brown in their ears. Earwax. Brown.
Oh.
Dried earwax.
Oh, okay.
So they can't hear.
Do they have yellow eyes?
Yeah.
Yellow eyes.
Gray skin.
Yeah.
Is it
Blue dicks.
all of them?
Like a grayish blue. I've got a good topic.
Okay.
Okay, guys, what was the craziest things that happened in your school while you were in school?
Craziest thing
Yeah. I know for a fact something crazy must have happened in Missouri.
in Missouri?
Yeah.
There's too much to
Okay, so say
Say
the
them.
craziest thing.
craziest thing.
The craziest thing.
One time they ran out of chicken patties on Chicken Patty Day.
Is that Chicken Patty
Fuck
Wednesday?
you. Okay, no, you go. Corey's not taking this seriously.
No, I am taking it seriously. School was actually, like I said, actually, to be completely fair, school wasn't that crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
It was only
Really?
actually weed wasn't popular when I was in school. Weed got popular after I was out of school and everyone was schoolless and just fucking smoked weed. And that's when the people started taking this K2 stuff and turning into creepy water people.
Wait. Okay.
The craziest thing. Wait.
We're getting somewhere now.
Mm-hmm.
They were taking drugs.
They were drinking the water beforehand and were hicks, but the K2 turned them into full fucking hicks.
What's K2?
It's like a K2 meter, measures electricity.
Fuck you, Corey. The craziest thing that happened in my school, you want to know what it was?
Dude, I don't even know what I say.
There was a guy in my class, or in my year,
Yeah.
who people called Gaki, and he
Gaki.
and people were like, "Hey Gaki, I dare you to piss yourself." People were like, "Okay," and he'll go into class and piss himself, whatever. But one time he shat in his hand in the bathroom and and drew on the wall with it
Why?
because he's fucking scary.
He's scary.
He pooed a big turd in his hand and just drew on the wall, and he signed his name with it too.
I can't really think of like, I don't know. Anyways, I went to Chicago on my vacation. And I want you to tell me about your vacation because I haven't heard of your vacation.
You want me to tell you now or after?
I'll tell you after mine.
Okay.
So I saw my girlfriend in Chicago, and Chicago's a lot like New York, only it's more spacier and a lot more artsy and in your face with that kind of crap. There's a lot of like just unsincere homeless people that are around.
Really?
Unlike New York, you feel like, oh, some of them might be homeless. These motherfuckers are choreographed homeless bullshit. And they have like all this stuff set up. I was walking by and there was this one crazy guy who was like, yo man, I like them shoes, man. He started going on his story and he was getting louder and louder the farther he walked back. And I was like picking a pace because I was fucking terrified. I thought he was gonna turn around and fucking strangle me to death. Yeah. And it's just people like that. Like there's like a guy who's like talking and holding a newspaper. I thought he was like handing out a fucking pamphlet. And so I'm like, I like turn around and look at him and then it's like he's cute. He runs up to you and he starts talking about like, oh, we're dying at a homeless shelter. We need food. And I'm just like reaching my pocket. I'm like, fuck, man. But Chicago's nice. And so it's like the windy city. It's really weird because some areas are super fucking windy, but some are just not. And it was already like really cold. I left before like huge like snowstorm came, but the Greyhound is the worst bus experience of my entire life.
Oh, it's a bus?
It's a bus, and it fucking sucks. I rode some bus that smelled like fucking spicy ham and literal dog shit, because it was like a bus and it had a bathroom.
You started off with like something that sounded weird, but also not that bad, and you ended with dog shit.
But I would have rather rode on the bus that smells like shit. The only difference is it doesn't have times you can like set up. The Greyhound has this like elaborate nonsense with setting up your ticket to get on a fucking over-glorified bus and get in line with, oh, I was on my pre-boarding pass and my boarding pass and my reboarding pass, all this fucking stupid aughts shit that nobody cares about. and when you finally get off it, 15 hours later, you realize that was the worst experience of my life. And that bus I took at 5 a.m. that was there in 7 hours was way better. Anyways, that's a completely different story. But yeah, that was my vacation.
Irish public transport's worse, I guarantee.
Tell me.
Yeah, Irish public transport.
Tell me.
Dublin fucking bus. If you're a tourist, it's fucking ridiculous. No, like, am I wrong there now? Am I wrong?
No. Dublin bus is like one of the worst experiences ever.
Like okay, name a nice Dublin bus driver. Sorry, you can't. They're all.
Well, I can't name any bus driver.
What
yeah,
about-
that's true.
What
But
about
they're all mean. They're all like pissed off.
What about Jamil O'Neal?
Jamil O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal? What?
Fucking.
Jamil O'Neal.
Not the best. Is that Chris's cousin?
All you were thinking about was the Sonic voice actor and my name. That's all that happened there, Corey. You're not tricking anyone. But anyway,
Corey, who did you say was the voice actor? It was the kid in The Sixth Sense.
Julius White.
Julius, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No.
It's like Haley Joel Osment, but yeah, Dublin bus. It's shit.
Say that, people.
Okay, so this is how Dublin bus works. You're like, hey there, how do I get to Phoenix Park? And people will be like, get to 468. And I'm like, where do you get that? And they're like, oh, across the road. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, they go
You're like,
over at the dock, over to the
yeah, and you're
dock.
like, excuse me, where?
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
like, okay, bye. And you're like,
They like
cool.
give you just the name. It's like you have to go over to the Solana Harbor, and you're like, oh, what?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like,
where
I don't
is
fucking
that?
understand. And they're like, and then you know what really pisses me off? They're like, yeah, you gotta be standing on this side of the road. It's like, how the fuck am I supposed to know this unless like all these people, you have to like hunt down people and be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
tell me how to do this.
I have a question. This always kind of bothered me. Do you ever be in a situation where someone stops you and asks you for directions and you have no fucking idea about...
Yeah, and you feel like an idiot.
Yeah,
that happens almost constantly. Like, I'm just walking on the street with someone and they're like, excuse me, do you know where we get to blah, blah, blah? And I'm just like, dude, I don't even know where the fuck I am.
Yeah,
And
they're
they
like,
just look at us
"Thanks."
like, yeah, oh, okay, thanks, asshole.
Yeah.
And it's like, you really don't know where the fuck you are. You can't just be like, what's the street? Franklin? I think it's like, it's down that way, because then... Like, you never know if they'll come back.
Yeah, I remember the stupidest I ever felt was when that happened. This really nice lady pulled over and she was like, do you know how I get over, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh yeah. And I knew where she was talking about. I was like, you go down this road and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, okay, bye. And I was like, no, I got it wrong, fuck. And she was so nice, so I just wasted all of her time.
Yeah.
She probably fucking, like,
She
fell off a ravine and fucking
she's
died.
dead. She's definitely dead.
That happened to me.
Getting
Yeah, you
eaten
let her
by
off a
white
cliff,
wolves.
dude.
Yeah.
That happened to me once, except it was kind of worse because I realized halfway through that I told him the wrong direction, but I felt too embarrassed to correct myself, so I was like, oh yeah, the park is over that way, to the left.
Yeah.
And then they kind of stopped and they're like, okay. And then I had to keep going and adding more and then I'm like, you take another left, and I was like, shit.
You're like, I don't know
I kind
anything
of
else
fucked
after
up
that.
there. That was a bad story.
I would tell you about my Christmas vacation, but I don't think anything really crazy happened. But I'll try and recall.
Nothing crazy happened for me.
You fucking saw fucking water races of people.
They're water
Dude,
people.
Corey, that
That is very interesting. to
not
me.
true.
But
What?
That nothing interesting happened.
yeah,
We spent an hour and a half.
They're different now because here's the thing.
Yeah.
And you think it's drugs, but what it is, it's their body is accustomed to the water, and then they started taking this fucking like insulin like drugs, and now their body is like.
So they're
it's-
heroin and now they're taking methadone.
And they were already taking like fucking like what is it, umbrella water, so they're already like changing before your eyes.
well, maybe there's nothing to do in Missouri.
They fucking give it a few years and their heads are gonna split into aliens' heads. That's what's gonna happen.
Well, the only thing I remember happening on my trip to Ireland was the plane ride over, which was the most infuriating one I've ever been on, because I sat next to this dude who wouldn't stop fidgeting,
Oh
and
man,
he was a dick.
plane rides.
Okay,
Oh my.
here's the thing about planes, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
If you sit on a seat and you want to be left alone, don't fucking wake me up to ask me do I want like fucking pasta or chicken.
Oh, I always want them to wake me up to ask
It's
me
weird,
something
yeah. There is like there's people who would like to be waked up, and there's
Yeah.
people who want to fucking sleep. Because once you fall asleep on a plane, you're happy, and you just want to wait until you get to your destination before you wake up. And then if you wake up early like I did, because that stupid bitch, then you're
No.
stuck awake.
She was
And
considerate, Chris.
That stupid fucking cunt next
That's
to me. He
stupid
wouldn't stop fidgeting.
fucking-
This stupid little bitch behind me wouldn't stop kicking my seat. This stupid fat retard.
Oh,
in
you're
front
one of
me
those guys who are
wouldn't
like-
fucking. He pushes his seat back all the way. I can't stand.
You're one of
that.
those guys who
I
hears
never
people
do that
chewing
shit.
from across the room, and
I
you're
will
like,
not. No, I don't mind people chewing. I do mind fucking kids who won't fucking shut up like little
yeah, okay, kids.
dickhead behind
Kids
me.
are annoying.
They are annoying. But this idiot, I can't stand the way they designed the seats to be able to go back like you can like lie down. So everyone can push their seat back and annoy each other, except for the very guy at the back of the plane who has to sit there with fucking cramped
Yeah.
space. It's stupid.
Yeah.
No one should be allowed to
I
do
had a bad
that.
plane experience, but it might sound a little racist.
Yeah, go for it.
Because me and my girlfriend at the time, we were sitting beside this Arab gentleman,
Yeah.
and
Now dot your I's and Q's.
but this guy, like I wouldn't have taken any notice. Well, okay, look, are you gonna lie to me and tell me that when you go on a plane,
Now, Scout's honor, I've never lied before.
okay, but anyway, so I sat beside this guy, and he started kind of muttering stuff like he was whispering
Muttering.
in Arabic.
Arabic.
You know, like the liberal in me like looked at him and was like, okay,
liberal.
maybe he's just doing his prayers. But then he started
Doing his prayers.
then he started rocking back and forth a little bit, and that kind of piqued my concern.
Then he started unsheathing his curved sword.
No, but he was in line for the bathroom. Dude, he was in line for the bathroom, and don't ask me why there was. Guys, you guys are gonna get. All right.
No, they
All right,
appreciate
so
it.
anyway, he was in line for the bathroom, and don't ask me why there was a big red button exposed on the fucking plane.
There shouldn't be a big red button exposed on the plane.
But he was like kind
The
of.
fuck are you
pressing-
talking
I know,
about?
There was. He was pressing. Like I saw him like kind of fidgeting around
There's
it. And I was
only
like,
two-
no, don't press the big red
There's
button.
only two types of buttons. There's the call button for the person to come get your stuff. There's a button for
No, but this was near.
Turn on the
This was when
TV.
he was in line for the bathroom. He was in line for the bathroom. This was on a wall, like opposite the door for the bathroom.
Why would- So he's just like pushing it.
No, he was like putting his hand all around it and stuff, and like fidgeting with it. And I was like kind of like sweating because he was like, he's gonna press it, isn't he? And going to like, I thought I don't know, it was the ejector seat for every.
some-
I don't know. But then he came back to his seat and he was acting so fucking weird. Then he started doing like writing stuff on piece of paper and stuff, and I was like, okay. And then that worried me too. But then I realized I was like,
His
but like he's-
writing worried you, you fucking racist.
but I was writing. He was writing, and I was like, okay, if this plane was going to explode, like, why would he write stuff? Because it would never like survive.
His
it.
will
Yeah,
to his
it would-
virgins.
Yeah, except it would be ash.
to
That's
his
true.
virgins.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, and then it turned out nothing happened. Like, yeah, I guess Irish story, whatever. But it scared the absolute living fucking shit out of me.
But,
No, something did happen. I understand that. That's it is scary.
Yeah, well, that was like my only bad experience on a plane.
The only bad experience I've ever had on a plane was just sitting next to a kid. That's the worst.
you know what really pisses me
Oh,
off
next
on
one?
planes?
Well,
The fucking pillows. They're too small and they're too few.
and they're non-existent. They're just like.
You were saying when you were a kid how you were like,
How come
I don't
farts
like-
smell like airplane pillows?
Because that's what they do. They sit on them and fart, and then they give them back to the people after they're done.
Wait a minute.
That's what they do. They wipe their fucking hands of the pillow.